Scan for identification. Relevant technology. Prepare for assimilation. Priority containment failure. Terminate. 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 Reaching collective tertiary adjunct 305. Terminate hive connections to node 738. Protect transwarp network. Initiate auto-destruct apertures 12, 3, 9 through 1764. Resist. Resist. New objective received. Transmit to U Matrix 02. Resistance is futile.
So you're an only child too, Casper?
My parents aren't allowed to have more than one since we're a royal family.
Why would that be?
There can only be one candidate from each ruling family. Father will be the last great leader of the Kytorian Empire.
He'll still be one of the most powerful men in Starfleet. Hardly a demotion.
This is so boring.
I already gave you the grand tour. What did you have in mind?
Can we fire some torpedoes?
No.
My father will want to see a full test of your weapons systems.
Of course he will.
Your quarters are small.
Excuse me.
Happened to Mother, too, but she couldn't keep it. Does the biological father know?
My husband, who also happens to be captain of the ship, does not know. He's been very busy with everything going on with Kytoria's membership proceedings.
Maybe you should tell him.
Thanks. I'll remember that the next time I decide to take advice from an 8-year-old.
Ew, gross.
Today was a day of great progress, Grand Admiral Grid. It's my hope the people of Kytoria will vote swiftly to join the Federation.
I expect we'll be able to bring the Akeshi and the Rebans into the fold within the next cycle, Madam President.
Kytoria has single-handedly carved out a large swath of the Triangulum Galaxy for the Federation. A truly stunning victory. A new era of peaceful expansion is at hand.
While peace is a hallmark of good things to come, Vice President Vindenpaul, securing planets under Federation control is not our primary objective. Rather, we hope to forge a greater Federation than the one that came before it. Something more than the sum of its parts.
You're right, of course. But you cannot deny the Federation and Kaitoria's combined military might will guarantee 1,000 years of peace in this galaxy. Not unlike what my administration's success in bringing the Archon into the Federation did for Andromeda.
It's doubtful we would have considered your offer only a few years ago. But with slipstream travel and new swaths of Federation space growing in Andromeda and the Milky Way, Kaitoria knows a winning hand when it sees one. With our ships unable to use slipstream, being part of an organization with a long reach is critical as new threats are encountered in the cosmos.
Exploring the home galaxies and beyond will be our top priority. The Federation people have endured far too much war.
Both our peoples have endured conflict on a large scale. With all due respect, it would be foolish not to be prepared for it.
On that, we are in complete agreement, Grand Admiral Grip.
Watching those two pontificate with the new admiral, I feel kind of sorry for him.
I'll never understand why President selected Vindenpaul as her running mate. As if 8 years wasn't enough.
She needed the pro-expansion vote. Vindenpaul has been surprisingly popular, so Alperin made a deal.
You're okay with that?
There was a time when I tried to win every battle for what was right, but I'm married now. Mara and I are trying to have a baby again. Sometimes stability is better than being right all the time. Despite her bluster, Vindenpaul is mostly harmless.
You really believe that, don't you?
Elizabeth, I have to work with her. I think I've learned to do that without losing sight of who I am.
Sometimes I think this must be what the Wild West felt like. A new week, a new Federation member.
Speaking of, we're due for another wave of Lutran colonists in a few hours. I'm not really sure what the optics will be on that with the Kaitorians. As usual, Vindenpaul's idea, make the Kaitorians understand we're coming with or without their support, as she put it.
Speaking of colonizing, when do I get my Aunt Shelby pips?
Maybe a little too soon, if you ask me.
Word of advice for a new captain? It's easy to get swept away by the job. I waited too long. And then things got complicated.
Excuse me. I was wondering if either of you know where I might find my son, Casper. He was on a tour of the ship.
Ah, yes, Madam Gribb. He's with my wife Mara. I can take you to him.
Oh, please. We'll be returning to Katoria shortly.
Bridge to Captain McCabe.
Go ahead.
Sir, I thought you should know. The transport Ericsson is an hour past due.
I thought they weren't due till tomorrow.
Their last waypoint had them at an earlier ETA, sir. They may be trying to break the current speed record.
You go ahead, Matt. I'll take you, Madam Gribb.
On my way.
Sir, we should be picking up a transponder by now.
Send out a wideband request for ship-to-ship. They should pick that up, even in Slipstream.
Aye, sir.
Your ships are quite remarkable. My family's legacy will be remembered for joining our two great empires.
And we welcome your military into Starfleet, Your Highness.
Tell me, is your Federation flagship as well appointed as this diplomatic vessel?
The flagship of the fleet? That would be the Enterprise. I suppose it's a bit more Spartan than Federation 1, but a very capable ship. Why do you ask?
Well, of course it will be my husband's flagship.
I wasn't aware those details had been worked out. Has Admiral Rand agreed to that?
Considering the infusion of new blood we are bringing into the Federation, it would be such a modest gesture. Wouldn't you agree?
Given Admiral Picard's impending retirement, perhaps so.
An honor, even more so then.
Norkin, show me the waypoints.
There, T4. That's not far from the new starbase.
Anything on comms?
No, sir.
What have you got?
Admiral, we may have lost the Ericsson. Can Excelsior investigate?
Colonists deviating from the waypoints again?
It would appear so.
Put out a priority bulletin. Fleet-wide. All ships reduce slipstream velocities by another 20%. Shelby to Excelsior. Prepare to get underway.
Yes, ma'am.
Inform COS. We'll need to brief the President.
Aye, sir.
Corey. You get a big enough cake? How's she gonna eat all that?
It's not for her, silly.
Renee!
Nice try, Jorian. Should we sing? Happy birthday to...
No. Nevin, she's 1. She's not gonna remember.
So what? At least let her try to blow out the candles.
Okay, stop. You're gonna light Jenna on fire.
Wait, I thought you didn't want anyone here.
Beware of Romulans bearing gifts. Come.
Daddy, what food am I thinking at?
An apple. And you pooped your pants. Come on.
Well, this is quite a surprise. Corey said he didn't want to make it a big deal.
How little you know your own husband after how many years?
Sometimes Ro's a little dense.
One of his more endearing qualities.
I'll cut the cake.
Come here, Jenna. Oh, look at her little ridges are starting to show. How adorable.
I got my ridges too.
You certainly do. Speaking of adorned features, this one is from Stoddy.
She's too young for gifts.
No such thing. Give it here.
Hang on. Hold on. Slippery fingers.
Aw, try it on her.
That is too cute. There's one there for you too, Jorian.
Yay!
This one is a bit more practical, for the adults in the room.
Romulan ale. Making a lush out of your captain? Now that's command level thinking.
The ship will be mine, along with your puny federation.
To good friends, and many more birthdays to come.
Bridge to Captain Rowe.
Go ahead.
Incoming transmission from Starfleet Command. You and Commander Astor's Eyes only.
Route it to my office. Please, give us a moment.
Howdy, boys.
Jenna, good to see you.
You look dashing as always. Even you, Corey.
Thanks. You too, Jenna? You must have heard.
Heard what?
Jenna's first birthday is today.
I'm afraid this call is mostly business, Captain. But give the little ones a hug for me.
Of course, Captain. What's the situation?
Farpoint Station. Corey, you remember it was destroyed by the Borg? It was the last we ever saw of them. We didn't know where they came from or where they went that day. No one's seen them since. Listening posts picked up gamma-ray bursts around the galaxy over the last 3 years. Also in Andromeda and Triangulum. The nearest one is a few light years from Farpoint. Given your past premonitions, Corey, I'd appreciate it if Odyssey could check it out.
Does Command know about this, Jenna?
Oh, they will. When there's something to know. I'm sending all our data. Time is a luxury, boys.
Understood. We'll cut our maintenance short. Nothing Odyssey hasn't gone without before.
Said the captain to the engineer.
Thank you both. Keep me posted.
Let's go, Corey.
Okay, but I'm taking my damn cake with me.
It's your cake?
Incoming coded transmission. For your eyes only, sir.
Put it through.
Korg, I trust the Chancellorship is treating you well.
Has the galaxy not become a safe enough place to show your face, old friend?
Even with Section 31 broken up, there is still a need for secrecy at the agency.
Starfleet intelligence. Once a spook, always a spook.
Starfleet intelligence is more than capable of carrying out the duties that used to be too unthinkable for anyone but Section 31.
Why am I not surprised? It was only yesterday my own intelligence detected a significant Starfleet presence on Romulus. I knew it would only be a matter of time before the Star Empire received an official invitation to join the Federation's house of former galactic powers.
Not changing your mind anytime soon, then?
Klingon culture and independence is too ingrained to commingle with an imperialistic Federation. But as the strongest ally we have ever known, the Federation is always welcome to bend the knee and propose a route stye. Perhaps someday, in the distant future, the answer will be different.
Your wisdom has always served the Empire and its allies well.
You did not call me to exchange platitudes.
I would not be here if it weren't for your disciplined approach to our last situation. Consider this my returning the favor.
I'm listening.
Over the past 3 years, Starfleet intelligence facilities detected gamma-ray bursts from all 4 quadrants of the Milky Way. and 2 each in Andromeda and Triangulum. When the distance to the source was taken into consideration, the burst occurred at nearly the exact same moment.
An event across galaxies at the same time. How is that possible? Some kind of connection across the void?
Statistically impossible for a natural phenomenon. This clearly was not of natural origin. The ship has been dispatched to investigate. Starfleet intelligence believes it may be some kind of FTL network.
Subspace.
Faster. I suggest you beat Starfleet to the coordinates I'm sending you, if you want to preserve the Empire's seat at the table.
As a member of Starfleet, you're committing treason. For what purpose?
What's a little treason between friends? Your own ascension to the Chancellorship was rather convenient. Some would say a marriage between Klingons and the Federation weakens us both. As long as the Empire stays abreast of the Federation, we are equal partners. Anything less is inherently unstable.
Thank you, old friend.
Kapla!
Cork to bridge. Cardassia will have to wait. Pull out a new course I'm sending you. Immediately.
Okay, I've got Jenna today until Laws gets off duty and Talora's taking Jorian to school.
Sounds good.
Which gives us about a half an hour tonight.
That's all, huh? We can be quick.
Actually, I was hoping to talk to you about something.
Wait, you can't say that now and make me wait all day.
I guess you're right, but I'm late for engineering, Nevin.
You're the chief engineer. What is it, Corey?
Well, they offered me the Triangulum position. I know it's kind of a long shot.
The Academy Annex?
Yeah. Dean of Engineering.
Wow. That is big.
It would be quite a change. Nevin, we can barely manage the kids on one ship, let alone across a galaxy. I'll turn them down.
No, I mean, Corey, you should think about it.
You think so?
It doesn't hurt to consider the offer. Don't have to decide right away. Maybe Odyssey could get assigned to Triangulum.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, thanks. I'll see you tonight.
There is no trace of the Erickson, Admiral. No transponder within 10 light-years, just like the other ships lost at Slipstream.
Unless they deviated even further from their course.
Expanding the search area will take considerably longer.
Time we don't have. At least not with Federation 1 alone at Kaitoria. Our primary mission is to protect the President. Launch probes on an expanded search pattern.
Yes, ma'am.
Help. Take us back to Kaitoria. Rerun computer simulations on dark matter flows and avoid areas with high concentrations.
We at Starfleet Intelligence appreciate your assistance in this matter, Admiral.
As the Federation ambassador to Romulus, that military title is no longer appropriate.
Of course, Ambassador, but you must know that no one in the Excelsior believes that your assignment to Romulus is purely diplomatic.
Perhaps. But my working relationship with Greta Yeshua carries substantial weight. I would hesitate to betray her trust in anything but the gravest of matters.
It is of grave matters that I come to you. You were part of the President's contingent. Only years ago, were you not?
You know I was.
We are in an unusual situation where the leaders of two major powers are away from their respective polities.
Chancellor Korg on a diplomatic mission to Cardassia?
And both the President and Vice President and Triangulum.
That would never been allowed under my supervision, even for such an historic accord.
In your experience, will McCabe take the appropriate measures to ensure the President's safety?
He will do everything in his power. The Vice President will not be allowed off the ship at any time. She is the designated survivor in such an event.
Very well. These are precarious times. The future of the Federation is at a crossroads.
Does Starfleet intelligence anticipate trouble?
It is our job to expect the unexpected. The preservation of the Federation is our mandate, as it was for Section 31.
As far as I'm concerned about Section 31, it died with Ben Maxwell.
Perhaps, but someone has to look out for the integrity of the Empire.
Of which empire do you speak?
It was good to talk with you, Ambassador.
I will keep you informed of the political winds on Romulus. Should there be an opportunity for Federation membership, I will make certain those that will listen are duly encouraged.
It's all we can ask for. Good day, Ambassador.
Secretary Price, please set up a luncheon next week with Praetor Yeshua. Any day will do.
Yes, Ambassador. And sir, while you were on the comm, you had an urgent request for a face-to-face with Senator Urevik.
Urevik? The former Tel'Shar agent?
Suspected of former affiliation, yes.
Let him know I can take an audience this afternoon.
He specifically requested you come to his office.
Curious. Very well. Make the arrangements.
The membership vote is tomorrow. Please tell me you have something, Admiral.
We've lost 5 ships over the last few years. All were traveling at high slipstream, often attempting to break speed records.
Like any new technology, we're still having teething issues.
What sort of teething issues? You just lost a transport with over 3,000 colonists aboard. Our Federation membership is dependent upon fast communication and travel between galaxies. It takes weeks to get messages back. We were promised 2 weeks travel between galaxies and days for messages. Now, travel has been slowed to months.
It's a matter of safety, Admiral. We know things like quantum filaments can tear us apart at those speeds. Our sensors have limits on their range, so we've developed waypoints, areas that are scanned by passing ships to be clear of obstruction. The traffic is not frequent enough to maintain a database in all the corridors. A clear path one day might be a death trap the next. Until we can find a way to map it better, or equip ships with better sensors, we must slow traffic down.
I suggest we delay releasing the news of this latest disappearance until after the membership vote tomorrow, Madam President.
Reluctantly agreed.
Hold still.
Sorry. It's just a really big night, Mara. I shouldn't have waited so long to change.
Just go in dress uniform.
The president didn't want anyone in Starfleet uniform.
Well, the Kaitorians don't know how to design functional formal wear.
The results might come in after midnight, so I may be home late. You shouldn't wait up.
Just bring me some leftovers. I'm starving. Ooh, just not right now.
What's wrong?
Ugh, just my stomach. Hang on. Ugh.
Mara, are you okay? We should get you to sickbay.
No. It's just... Oh, crap.
I'm taking you to sickbay.
Stop, Matt. Just wait. Look, I know you're busy and stressed, and I didn't want to take your attention off of...
Mara, what is it?
We're gonna have a baby.
Oh, my God! Mara, you scared me! This is incredible! You had me thinking it was something bad. Did the doctor say the chances of a miscarriage are low enough?
Yeah. And I'm sorry, I just didn't want to distract you right now.
Our family will always come first.
I thought you should know, Admiral, that the first systems are reporting in now. I expect we will all be celebrating before the night is up.
Best of luck, Your Highness. Has the President's entourage arrived with Captain McCabe yet?
I'm told the hovercade is on its way now.
We'll be watching.
Passing checkpoint 32 Alpha. Clear.
Acknowledged, lead unit. Stand by for the turn onto the Embarcadero. McCabe to base camp. We are approximately 6 minutes out. Repeat 6-0. Chief, you see the civilians at 5 o'clock?
Yeah, I see them. Looks like Kaitorian forces are moving to intercept. You should see interceptors any second at your 1 o'clock.
Copy that.
With 32 systems reporting way to becoming Federation citizens tonight.
It's funny, you know, how it all works out.
It's a great moment for both our peoples. I'm glad my Tiana is able to enjoy the festivities.
What I mean is the countless hours hammering out all the little details. That was us. Yet here we are on this historic night at the ship's piano bar.
I don't mind. Everything I do is for Kaitoria. My family line has always served the people.
So noble. Not even a small part of you wishes to be recognized for your hard work. To be down there right now in the thick of it. The cheering crowds, the cameras, the pageantry.
Well, of course, Madam President.
Kara.
Are we on a first-name basis in public now?
Hardly anyone's here, my dear Diadem. Except us loyal servants of the people. At least designated survivors can still drink.
It's only a party. The real celebration begins tomorrow.
You mean the unending work of bringing countless star systems into the fold, setting up supply lines, chains of command, providing for everyone's needs?
I suppose it is work when you put it that way. I'm looking forward to touring the Federation as the new fleet commander.
Indeed. That was quite the negotiating coup d'etat.
You know me well enough by now to know I'm not the imperialist my father was.
No. But you didn't bring hundreds of worlds under Kaitorian rule by being timid, either.
I know when and where to apply pressure.
They'll have a speech prepared for either eventuality. Right, Cass?
2 minutes out. Stand by for descent to the complex.
Aye, sir.
Pilot, give us a nice slow pass around the complex. Federation 1, emergency transport. Get the President to safety, we're going down.
Federation 1, report. Do you have the President?
There's nothing to lock onto, Admiral.
Where's the President?
Sorry, sir. They didn't make it.
Readings are consistent with a cloak.
Full tachyon sweep.
The Kaitorians do not have cloaking technology, even though sensors show the ship was clearly Kaitorian.
They have cameras all over the place down there. I want every angle. Where's McCabe?
They were taking him to sickbay.
Then that's where I'll be. Get the Vice President on the comm.
Bridge to Bindon, Paul. You're needed on the bridge, ma'am.
Did we win?
Please, ma'am. It's urgent.
Well, that's not ominous at all.
I'll go directly. You double back through the bar.
Understood.
Help me up.
No, just rest, Matt.
This is already spiraling out of control. What did you see down there, Captain?
Kaitorians blew the President out of the sky.
The phone was about to pass. That means Vindapal and Admiral Gribb will be calling us shots.
Put Mara on the investigation. Get the security footage.
I've already requested it. Mara, pull whoever you need.
On it.
The results have been called by the Kaitorian Council, Admiral. It is passed.
Fleet Admiral Gribb, per the election results, you are now the ranking Starfleet officer in the galaxy. It is your responsibility to swear in Vice President Vindapal as the new president of the Federation.
It would be my honor.
What is that?
Scans match the apertures Voyager encountered, but we've never seen one outside of the network.
And that network was destroyed by Admiral Janeway.
Then this must be something else not connected to that network.
It looks dead. McFarlane said it ejected a gamma ray burst. Maybe that shut it down.
How do we reactivate it?
Assuming that's a good idea, it is the Borg we're talking about here.
We have to start somewhere.
I'll report back to command. We should get a response in a few hours.
Jenna said that we didn't have much time. If others know about this, then...
And risk an encounter with the Borg? You of all people can appreciate how dangerous they are. Your parents...
I don't disagree, Nevin, but if the Borg left something behind, something we can use, we need to secure it.
What about your visions?
I haven't had any visions since the prophets. I think those Borg visions were somehow my parents communicating through the collective. But they're gone now. They've been gone for years, just like the rest of the Borg.
That's a lot of speculation, Corey.
So we're just gonna wait for McFarlane or someone higher up at command to order us to open it. Because, that's what's coming.
Commander, what do you propose?
Lock weapons, then follow Voyager's playbook.
Well, we're fresh out of transport coils, Corey. You know full well if we weren't working for Starfleet intelligence, we'd spend years studying this aperture before taking stabs at it in the dark.
Let me at least begin refitting the deflector to transmit Verteron particles.
Why Verterons?
It's a hunch. If this network behaves like a series of wormholes,
it may respond to Verterons.
You know I worry when you get a hunch. Okay, get started while we wait on McFarlane.
And here we are again, Mr. McCabe. I trust your investigation is well underway.
Madam President, I really thought things had changed. We survived 2 terms together, and then your vice presidency. I was starting to think, just maybe, I can work with this.
What's your point?
Bad things happen, and they always seem to tip things in your favor.
Conspiracy, is that what you're accusing me of? A Kaitorian assassination plot? Just how does your mind connect those dots, Mr. McCabe?
You've worked closely with Admiral Gribb and his family. They just gained considerable intergalactic power from this deal. You facilitated it and ascended to the presidency yet again. Do I need to highlight those dots any clearer for you?
From where I'm standing, that sounds like the perfect setup for anyone who wanted to torpedo Kaitorian membership and frame not only me, but the Kaitorian ruling family. You're right about one thing, though. I, too, thought things had changed. I thought I had gained your trust. Did I ever have it?
Does it matter?
I didn't conspire to kill the president. Neither did Admiral Gribb or his family. Your wife is leading the investigation, I'm told. Can we agree to lower shields for now and let her do her job?
Do I have a choice?
Let me know when you have something, Captain. You are dismissed.
It's only a couple of angles that show it.
What am I looking for?
There.
That can't be a Starfleet ship.
There goes our Kaitorian assassination plot.
That doesn't clear Vindenpal, though. Computer enhancements?
Almost done.
The Peregrine is an old design. How many are even still around?
About a dozen. Before we left Earth, all were accounted for, except one that was out of Starfleet service.
So unless one was shadowing us, that's our bird.
The enhancement should confirm any specific hull markings, since we can't see the registry from this angle.
I'll brief Shelby. It was a former Starfleet vessel using a holocloaking device to disguise itself as a Kaitorian interceptor.
It must have been equipped with slipstream. It was reported missing in the Tanlos system nearly 8 months ago. Plenty of time for necessary upgrades.
I'm glad we've cleared Kaitorian involvement in this tragedy. The integration with Starfleet and the Federation can continue unencumbered.
Thank you for your quick work on this investigation, Mara. With that out of the way, we can begin our tour of Kaitorian space, beginning with this new starbase. T3, is it?
On the contrary, Madam President. The investigation is just starting. We need to go to Tanlos and track down the owners. There are only a few shipyards capable of advanced modifications. Deep Space 12, Antares, something non-aligned like Hell's Gate.
Starfleet has capable investigators back home. I'm sure they can handle it.
I'm going.
Matt?
The President was my responsibility. I'm resigning my captaincy. Commander Rastat can take over.
Are you sure that's what you want, Captain? We don't just hand out command of the presidential flagship like shots at the bar.
I stand by my decision, sir.
Very well, then.
That ship is still out there. Excelsior should remain to protect Federation 1.
That won't be necessary, Admiral. Starfleet's new Kaitorian forces are on high alert and will be dedicated to the protection of Federation 1 on its welcome tour of Kaitorian space.
I suspect Federation 1 will be quite safe.
Safe journey, then, Mr. McCabe. I wish you success on your investigation.
McFarlane's given us the go-ahead.
Hey, it's not too late to circumvent McFarlane and go to Admiral Rand, if you're still worried about releasing the Borg.
Corey, I trust you. Just be careful.
Leffler's Law number 4. Expect the unexpected.
I'll monitor from the bridge.
Transwarp conduit appears to be stable. Whatever Aster did, it's ringing like a bell.
Launch probes.
Probes away.
Road to engineering. Nice work, Commander. We'll monitor readings for 24 hours before exploring further.
Captain, ship's decloaking.
Shields up.
Romulans and Klingons.
That's Chancellor Korg's ship. We're being hailed.
On screen.
Captain Rowe, you look well.
Chancellor, have you been shadowing us?
I apologize for not greeting you sooner. But as I feared, the reason for our secrecy is before you now.
I take it the Romulans aren't with you.
This discovery appears to be the worst kept secret among our intelligence communities. I believe it would be in our best interest to proceed together as allies.
I can't argue with that, Chancellor. But what of the Romulans?
They may have their own ideas.
What the hell are they doing?
Staking their claim to the Transwarp network. If there's a hub, the first to secure it will control the network.
Looks like we're really doing this then. Hell, take us in. Stotty, where did the Romulans go?
It looks like they've jumped to warp in the conduit.
How is that even possible?
These conduits are wider and straighter than the ones encountered by Voyager. Definitely a different network.
Chancellor, care to dance at Slipstream?
We'll follow you. The Romulan Batak will be blinded by our glorious warp trails.
Hell, minimum Slipstream velocity. Laws, keep a close watch for the end of this conduit.
Aye, sir.